What's going on, y'all? Real quick, just want to make a quick video, right? So, this is how you keep people from controlling you. You know what I mean? So, control is not a bad thing, and control is just a tool. But you want to be in control of yourself. You don't want to let other people control you. But there are a lot of ways that people will try to control you, and some of them are so subtle that if you're not paying attention, you'll be doing things that you think you want to do, and it's really not what you want to do. It's really what somebody else wants you to do. So, um, first, one of the first things is to control your environment. If you don't control your environment, you're kind of by default under someone else's control. So, like, perfect example is if you're at a workplace. If you're at a workplace, by default, if you have a manager, supervisor, whatever, you're kind of automatically under control. You know what I'm saying? So like what I would suggest is if you don't want that kind of control, then you need to either just be self-employed or um, work out a situation to where like you're a contractor or like you're your own boss, or otherwise you'll you'll be under some type of control in that environment, right? So another way that people try to control you is by these different forms of manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So one of them is what's called FOMO. If all you, Most people know what FOMO is. For those who don't know, it's the fear of missing out. They'll try to make you feel like, oh, if you don't do this by this time, you're going to miss out on something. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing, but it's a form of control. It's not bad if you're making a decision consciously to say, oh, cool, they're offering a deal on this thing, and this deal is for the specific time. Let me take advantage of that. But if it's out of fear, where it's like, oh, I'm going to miss out if I don't make this decision now, I wouldn't suggest moving in that way. Like, I just really just avoid fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't do fear. Um, because you're not missing out most of the time. Most of the time, just people make you feel like that so that you can move. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Projection. This is another way people control you. I mean, they'll project these ideas and these things onto you to make you move in a certain direction. And it's like you could have possibly not been thinking about these things at all, but because you're listening to these things and they're projecting these things onto you, now you're thinking that those thoughts are yours, and they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Like, somebody may come around like, oh, you feel confused, you feel bad, you feel lost, you feel this, you feel that. And it's just like, no, like, I don't feel any of those things. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not paying attention, you'll take on those thoughts and think that they're yours, but it's really someone projecting, just trying to make you feel some type of way to move in a certain type of way. Don't fall for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not even saying projection is a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying move at your own way that you want to move. Don't let people control the way that you move. That's all I'm saying. Another way is by comparison, right? They'll compare what you're doing to what they're doing. I mean, in the hopes that you'll feel some type of way and you'll start trying to move how they move. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for that neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, you move how you move. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Maybe they have some sort of way that they're moving that could benefit you, and maybe you could benefit from moving that way, but let it be of your own volition. Don't make it be because they're making you feel some type of way about comparing the way they move to yours, and now you feel like in order to get their approval, you have to move the way that they move. Don't fall for that. Like, don't fall for none of these ways of people trying to control you. Like, don't let nobody control you. You know what I'm saying? Um, what's some other ways, man? Because like it just be funny. Uh, that need to fit in. You know what I mean? So sometimes people will try to make you feel uh like you're outsider or like you don't belong, so that they can make you feel like you have to belong to the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fall for that. You don't need to belong to no groups that you don't want to belong to. And if somebody tries to make you feel like you're missing out because you're not part of the group, that may be something you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, a lot of what I'm talking about is sales tactics. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, they're not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, in fact, I use some of them. Like, but it's one thing to use it for the person's benefit. It's another thing to use it when you just want to make somebody feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Like, use these things to benefit the person. Don't use them just so they can feel some type of way to make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? Um, what other ways, man, do people be trying guilt tripping, try to make you feel guilty for not making a decision? You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't fall for the guilt trip. You know what I mean? Don't fall for the guilt trip. Um, if you feel guilty about something, deal with that within yourself. Don't go trying to appease people so that you can show them that you feel sorry for what happened. Like, no, don't do that. Um, Mirroring, people will mirror you. You know what I'm saying, to try to make it seem like y'all on the same team. Like, don't fall for that either. Like, they'll be like we, they'll say things like we and us and our, and it's like, no, that's you. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is just don't let people control you. You know what I'm saying? In no way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? And what I'm also saying is that these forms of control in themselves are not bad. They're useful tools for things. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so, use them the way that you need to. You know what I mean? To do what you need to do. Um, what else, man? I'm trying to think. Because this was just impromptu. It's just I like see it so much and experience it so much. Like, it just gets to the point to where it's just like, maybe people don't know that they're being controlled by these ways and these things. Like, I see them, I be seeing them clearly. You know what I mean? And I'll just be like, yo, like, they really just running right into the control. Another one is like, I think I already talked about it. Kind of like that group think thing, to where it's just like everybody's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't you? So you're the outsider. Like, you should feel some type of way. Yeah, I think I spoke about that. I mean, that was one thing I just never did. I never felt the need to belong. You know what I mean? So, like, and I like spending a lot of time by myself. So you could never make me feel lonely. Matter of fact, the fact that you would try to make me feel lonely made me even more not even want to be a part of that thing. Cause it's like everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people like to spend, like, for instance, like, one thing I hate is when people call what other people do boring, right? When something being fun or being boring is really subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could see fun as a night of just all of their favorite books, You know what I mean? And just reading, nice peace and quiet versus somebody else could see something as fun as being out at a party. You know what I mean? With their friends, having a good time. Neither one is is universally boring or universally fun. Like it depends on the person. It depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? So like somebody might look at a Buddhist monk and be like, oh, they have a boring life because all they do is, meditate, pray, read scripture, um, uh, uh, they might speak at certain events or whatever they do. Like in a verse, and it might say somebody is fun because they're always out, they're always at every party, they're always doing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, um, it depends on the person. It's all subjective. Is all I'm saying. It's all subjective. Like it's all subjective. I'm saying your idea of fun and else's idea of fun is no less or no more than the other. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you a better person because you like reading books and that's fun to you. And it doesn't make you a worse person because you like to party. You know what I mean? Like, I think we could all benefit from just empathy, putting ourselves in other people's shoes to see how they feel. You know what I mean? And by doing that, we can understand. I'm not even saying agree, but we can understand of why they might be the way that they are. You know what I mean? Rather than just being like writing them off. I think it was Chappelle that said calling people crazy is an easy way to not understand them or like to dismiss them. You know what I'm saying? Versus actually trying to understand where a person will come from because, you know, let's think about a bunch of inventions and things that we have now that at one point when a person talked about it, they think it was crazy. Like to fly through the air may have been to get from one state to another may have at one point been thought of as crazy. But here it is now. It's normal to hop on a flight and be somewhere in a couple hours. You know what I mean? To watch, to have all these screens, TV screens. You know what I'm saying? Like may have at one point been like looked at as possibly crazy. You know, um, that's it, man. That's it. That's all I wanted to come on here and say. Speak my piece. Take what you can from this. Discard the rest. Discard the whole thing if you want. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just coming to speak my piece.